What's up, YouTube? Grizzly Gamer here, and today we got another GameStop unboxing. There's a wonderful story to this, but
You don't want to do it first? I think you should tell the story.
Oh, okay. So, in my last video, with the buy two, get two free deal, I pulled out 4 games.
As you'll recall, yeah.
Yeah. So, one of them was a GameCube game, Pokemon Coliseum. And my wife was making dinner at this point, and I decided, you know what? Maybe I should test these games and make sure they work. So, the 2 N64 games I got, they worked. They were Mario Party and Resident Evil 2. And then there was a Game Boy Advance game, Final Fantasy VI Advance, which is 3 in the US, one of my favorite games of all time. Anyway, so with that one had like sticky residue, so that one I was kind of nervous about working, but I plugged it in my DS, or actually no, I plugged it into my Retron 5, and that worked. The Mario Party was kind of fucked up too. Again, I was nervous, but that worked. The Resident Evil worked with flying colors. That was like, looked absolutely brand new, so I was very impressed with that. But the Pokemon Coliseum, I put it in my GameCube, and it gave me the startup screen.
And then disc not read.
Yeah. So, I take it out, and it's scratched to hell.
Well, it wasn't even that. There was all that white stuff on that area, too. And that was really scratched, too, that main area. Like the little circle area.
Yeah. Okay. So, my father-in-law had to go to GameStop. I had to return it, and I wanted to replace it because I really wanted the game.
Well, no. So, we called GameStop and I asked them if they could replace it.
Oh, God, yes.
They said after he sent it out, within a week, they would send him another one. He's like, well, that's unacceptable, because what if you don't send it to me, or what if you send me a screwed up one? I don't want that. So I told them, well, what if we bring it to GameStop? Can we get it issued then? And they were like, well, it depends on the store. So we go there all the time. We talked to the one lady, and she agreed to do it. So thank God.
So the second time I got it, scratched to hell again, more white stuff, doesn't work. Finally, I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit.
Well, the only good thing about it was the lady who did the exchange the first time gave him a receipt that basically said he paid cash for it. Like, he paid $48, and it wasn't part of the buy one, get two. Or buy two, get two. Because if you guys know, when you return something part of a buy two, get two, you'll only get back like $20, because they'll say, well, when the promotion taken off your money, you only get so much back. So he was really happy she did that, because then he was able to get 2 more games. And a $10 Nintendo gift card.
Yes. And that's what these 2 are. Spoiler alert, these both are Final Fantasy games. They are not the Super Nintendo ones, because GameStop likes to overcharge for those, and I just don't approve of it.
Make sure you're not... Yeah, I think you're opening where the games are. There you go. Yeah, so he has banned buying disc-based games from GameStop.
Yeah.
After 2 non-working Pokemon Coliseums.
Cartridge games are good.
Although you did get 2 cases. You got a greatest, what was it?
Player's Choice.
Player's Choice, and then a regular one.
But the Player's Choice wasn't even a real GameCube game.
No, it wasn't in a GameCube case.
Oh, well, yeah, whatever.
It was in a regular, like, DVD case.
Alright, well, here's the first one. Final Fantasy V Advance. As Final Fantasy fans are concerned, we did not get Final Fantasy V in the US, so that was, as you recall, Final Fantasy II was actually 4 in Japan, and Final Fantasy III was actually Final Fantasy VI in Japan.
Oh yeah, I was trying to look at the chip inside, but it looks good.
All right.
This one actually looks really good.
Does it say Game Boy Advance on there?
Yep, it does.
Okay. And the next one, I haven't played 5,
so it's got the Nintendo seal of approval on it too.
Okay. I was really excited when I found out they made a Final Fantasy V for the Game Boy Advance, because now I can play it. So, very looking forward to that. And the last one is Final Fantasy IV Advance.
How funny would that be? 2 Final Fantasy V's. 2 Final Fantasy V's for you.
And I actually just finished 4. Now, again, I played it as Final Fantasy II for the Super Nintendo. And over the last year and a half, I would say, Final Fantasy has become one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. In fact, I have decided that I'm going to try and go for a complete Final Fantasy set.
Wasn't this the series that kid at work got you into?
Yes and no. He got me to play Chrono Trigger again, give it a second try.
Oh, it was Chrono Trigger, not Final Fantasy. Okay.
I played Final Fantasy 3 after I beat Chrono Trigger because said friend at work said I should play 3 before 2. Well, 6 before 4. And that was a good decision. So, yeah, so these look pretty good. I'm going to see if they work. They look like they should.
Yeah, they looked pretty clean. They were both white.
I meant to pop out my DS, but actually I decided I am going to get the DS so I can test these. Alright. I'll test 5 first since that's the one I wanted. I have the volume on super low.
I could still hear it, so I think. You don't know how to use my DS?
It's my DS. There you go.
What does it say, Game Boy?
It says Game Boy Advance.
Oh, I didn't see the Advance. I just saw Game Boy.
Just let me know if it says anything but Final Fantasy V.
Dun, dun. Barney and Friends. What? No, I'm kidding.
What?
I'm kidding. I got to tease you. It doesn't say anything yet. Just white. Is that bad?
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
Test the other one. And if that doesn't work, you can go get my Sims from the room and test my old Sims game. That one always works.
Oh, I know it works.
The last one didn't read it right either. It went to that screen on the last one too. Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, you know what? I've learned that I have to turn it off, put the game in.
There should be a menu.
Okay.
See?
That's good for now. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, that's the startup screen for Game Boy.
Oh, okay, that one's working.
Yeah, it looks like it. Laugh, this is Final Fantasy 6. Nope, that is Final Fantasy 4. Yep.
Alright, so we know the one works. However, which one is this? 4?
Yeah, 4 works.
Okay, so 6 is the one not working?
No, 5.
Alright.
6 was the one I tested. And that works. This I could probably just clean, so I'll keep it.
Well, there you go. There we go.
Maybe it's weird. All right. We are in
2 working games? What?
No, GameStop usually is good with cartridge-based
Yeah,
games,
I'm
so
goofing around.
I will give them major points for that. It's their disc-based games. They got many areas of opportunity.
You think they could have at least cleaned the GameCube games before they gave them to you? Because we even tried to clean the one, and bro, it was really messy. It was really dirty. It had fingerprints and smudges all over it.
I've heard rumors that they don't even test their games. They just take them, and if it doesn't work, well, tough shit.
Well, that's why they charge you $6.
Well, that's another thing, too.
That's why they're so shitty with their trade value, because they don't care if it works.
Well, I guess the good thing is, like, the silver lining of it all is, if it doesn't work, you can return it. I know for a while there were fake games. My first ever video, I made a real or fake video because I bought, like, 3 expensive games. Speaking of which, one of the games I got for free, it was Super Smash Bros. For the N64. And that was $50 at the time. That was about 21 months ago. Now they want $75 for it, so. Word of advice, if you're on the market for Super Smash Bros. For the N64, dude, just get it on eBay or Amazon. Unless you're a Power Pro member, then maybe I can see it being worth it. But anyway, very happy the Pokemon Coliseum fiasco is finally over. We have 2 boxes for Pokemon Coliseum now, okay? They let us keep the boxes. I can finally say that the buy 2, get 1 free transaction is complete. So with that in mind, this has been Grizzly Gamer, and as always, keep that collection growing, stay positive, and stay the fuck away from scalpers. Grizzly Gamer, signing.